going to look at here is the defense for somebody that got to your back and who's trying to strangle you. That's as simple as it gets. Okay, we got to know what to do here. So we better have some quick ideas that we know work. All right, first thing is I have to look into this strangle before it gets set. I have to look into it, and I have to succeed in getting my jaw down. Because if I don't get my jaw down, I'm in trouble. All right, so if I don't get my jaw down, let's go down here. Follow us. This is like cartoons. It's getting really bad here. You see this, what I'm trying to do as a last resort, because my jaw isn't down? It's not going to help me. That's not going to get anywhere. But the point is this. When he got under and you only have a couple seconds before you black out, you need to be looking for this arm. You need to be passing and now have a chance of getting your jaw. There you go. I got jaw in here. Now, I'm in pretty good shape with the jaw. I don't have to worry too much about this back here. Okay, I look into it and notice I've fallen in this direction. This isn't going to help my escape. So with the strangle, I need to look into it, but I need to fall away from it. Watch how I bump my hips initially in an effort to get my hips a little bit up higher towards his chest, if I can. Look at how I've landed here. I'm still not out of the woods. I got all this stuff to undo. Okay? I can use this if I feel like it. It just depends. I start to block. I keep my weight on his chest so he doesn't follow me. And I turn. And I establish a position of authority. Sometimes when people take them out, they're gonna go ahead and take them out. Alright, okay, pretty tight. And again, look at, I'm protecting my arms, and look at him walking. I don't want his legs, his thighs under my arms. I come down here, put my elbows here. Here I am. Look at how he's towering up, okay? If this is a self-defense situation, he may be striking. If this is MMA, sports situation, he may be striking. I gotta stop this striking. Alright, now, some people will say, just start your hip escape, you're gonna get tagged. And that's one way to think about it. I think there are smarter ways. Okay? So let's take a look at this. In a real fight, you are going to get tagged, but let's minimize that. I need to get out of here in an intelligent way. Now, if I buck up and down, he can ride that buck just like the cowboys ride those bronking bucks. He can adjust and he can still be striking. So punching and bumping up is not the answer. Back up for a second. Okay. We got to do more than bump. Bump will help a little bit on his, it'll throw his accuracy off a little bit, but he's still there and he's still throwing. I got to get him out of here. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to line up this leg along the small of his back. You see? I'll take any leg, but I'll swing it and line it up towards the middle. And you see I have his hip there. Okay? This foot is coming close to my own hip because I need a motion of not only up, but pushing on his tailbone and hips to get him to land forward. Okay? If he lands forward for an instant, he can't be hitting me. Back up. Okay, so here he is striking. And I've got striking. I've got my floating helmet. Okay? And I'm putting my feet in place as I talked about. And then I launch him forwards. Alright? Here we go. I'm going to attack either arm in a couple of different ways. One of my favorite ways is just snatch it and bring it in. I'm going to lock this here. I'm arching up and I'm rolling him. Alright? The game begins from a different position. One more. Okay. So now, remember, this guy isn't hitting back, so this isn't necessarily fair or exciting. But you are getting introduced to the tools that you need to be using in a very committed way to bring this fight to an end. Now, we're going to need to know how to attack from the waist down with our legs. And this whole approach to self-defense is about not set techniques, but showing you what weapons you have available to you so that you can develop them, set out to develop them through practice, repetition, focusing on form, learning how to transfer your body weight correctly, and having that strategy in mind of when I get the stun and that instant of an advantage to follow through with straight blast punches to the face to get him moving backwards so that I can lash on and start using these devastating weapons, knees, elbows. Notice I always hold on, and if there's a headbutt to be had, I throw it in. Now, we've got that under control pretty much. We've looked at how we've gone from punching, boxing, fundamental punches, to complementing it with vertical punches and knife edges, elbows, even headbutts. And we've played a little bit with the knees. Now what about striking with kicks?